So I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm not going to do that. But here's my thing. I'm a firm believer. I got to wear the same uniform and gear you guys do. I mean, I could actually get away with wearing a pancake holster and sitting in my office all day long. And it's like, I just cannot stand that. So I'm in full uniform, double wool, long sleeves, even during summertime. And I wear my full sand brown. It's heavy as fuck because I'm 53 years old and I'm old now. My back is old and it sucks. I actually just blew out my knee. I have meniscus surgery coming up in a couple of weeks. But here's the thing: is it just to me, you send out the wrong message when you do that. But before blowing out my knee, I love going out there because it's just like I have this like 75-25 rule where I do have to spend some time in the office because we got shit we have to do. It's like I went to the academy to do this, to move the papers from the left side of the desk to the right side of the desk. This is like utterly freaking stupid, But you know what the thing is that I can tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now, I honestly believe it's the schools that they send us to when we start getting rank. When they send you to sergeant school, they start to scare you about vicarious liability. You better know what your people are doing. You better be out there and watching them, right? And we go from, hey, they gave you a badge and a gun and the ability to be able to take away someone's constitutional rights. Then we go to, hey, what do you guys got? Then we go to, are you sure you have what you have?
Yeah.
And then when they finally put a bar on your collar, they remove your spine. It's the last of it. They remove your spine. And because now you're scared of everything. You're scared of your own freaking shadow because you're now like this. Like, what are they all doing, right? The radio's quiet. What are my guys doing? And then when you go to captain school, they give you the frontal lobotomy and the becoming the Borg is now complete. Hey, that's actually a pretty good skit, huh?
That's pretty good. I was about to say, well, and it's funny because we joke about that. We were joking about that this week. It's like they have to go to training collectively as admin, because every single time we do one of these skits, you'll have 100 different officers from completely different states, regions, and areas
all over the place
that are all like, dude, are you in my briefing?
Yeah.
Like, are you in my department?
This looks just like my briefing a week ago.
We literally joked about, like, administrators totally have to go to a school to just learn how to crush morale.
Chris, don't you think that going out there not only makes the job more fun for you, but also keeps your experience level up with the officers?
I do, and I'm going to give you a quick reason why, too. I also learned a lesson. We, as administrators, I can't use that. Okay, so what people need to realize is that when you get to a certain level, people just forget about the things that you need. So as a law enforcement officer, you guys have basic things that you need. So here's an example of that. We sat around a table and we said, we need to get a new report writing system, all right? Because we were going from the days of writing, we were actually making that transition to finally do it all online, which we were very late to the game. But we didn't go to the officers and ask the officers what they think we should be, what they would like to use. We decided for them what they would use, right? And we bought a crappy system. Spent millions of dollars, bought a crappy system. To this day, it is still a crappy system. They hate it. And so one day, I'm sitting in the staff meeting, and it comes up that bookings of prisoners went from 15 minutes to an hour. And right away, everyone's like blaming the officers. Oh man, these guys are just lazy. They're trying to throw wrenches into the cog. La da la da da da. And I just sat there listening to this, and I was like, all right. So I walked out of the meeting, and I was on duty that day, and so I went 10-8. I grabbed a hack and went 10-8, and I volunteered for a call, and I arrested a guy for spousal abuse. Came in, and the booking process was horrible. I was like, no wonder, right? So I did it all myself. So next staff meeting, we brought up the issue again. I'm like, hey guys, we got to fix this. The jailers need to do this, blah, 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 blah. And the lieutenant who was saying that it's just the officers, I said, hey, when's the last time you arrested someone to actually test this? And he's all like, well, when's the last time you did it? And I'm like, last week. And he's like, last week? And I go, yeah, after the fucking staff meeting, I went out there to see what the hell these guys were talking about, and it sucks. And the kind of chief looked over and he's all like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really, it sucks. So we had to change our whole policy on bookings. But it was because we're sitting around a round table and nobody wants to be the devil's advocate to say, what if the officers are just right?
Sure.
So we have to go out there and make sure that you guys have everything that you need. What is different? What has not changed? What is the climate? What is the community looking like? And you'll find, I mean, you're out there. I mean, it's just amazing. And then you know what the whole thing is? I remember a couple of my comrades, peers, whatever you want to call them, were like, they really don't want you out there. They really don't want you out there. But when I pull up, I'm like, hey, they're going, hey, LT, what's going on? Right away they start talking, and then I'll volunteer. Hey, you need me to do your, we call it the 180 for a tow vehicle. Hey, can I fill out your 180 for you? Oh, no, I got it. Hey, I still know how to fill out paperwork because that's what I'm best at, using my pen. And I said, you just do me a favor, protect me because I probably can't shoot the side of a barn anymore. But hey, let me get this VE for you out of the way. But yes, I think it's great. Plus, too, it's just nice to be out there. I didn't become a cop to be indoors. I became a cop because I wanted to be out there in the field making a difference. I know I can't really make I can't really make a difference to the community. I can make a difference to the officer so they can make a difference to the community. That's what I believe in.
That's so huge.